back to a little horror on a hump day. So this week I'm hitting you guys up with two little movies. First one is my pick. I saw it. I was like, I gotta talk about this. And the second one is a recommendation that you guys threw my way to watch. And I did. So get ready to see if it was yours. So we're gonna start with the movie Mute Witness. So this movie was something that I saw. Man, I remember seeing the movie posters for it in the old rental stores that we used to go to growing up. And recently, it was Shudder that put it out to be able to watch it. And I think it's also able to stream maybe on Amazon in the States, not sure. Take a look. Point is, this movie was great. It was so good. So Mute Witness is a bit more of like a thriller horror. And you basically have this makeup artist named Billy. And she's mute, okay? So she still hears everything, just can't speak. And she's basically working on a film set in Russia with her, correct me if I'm wrong, I want to say it's like her sister or like her best friend. And the boyfriend's the director. Not Billy's boyfriend, the friend's or the sister's boyfriend. Anyways, so they're in Russia. They don't know what these people are saying half the time. And you have already this blockage of like, they don't all know they don't all know that she's mute. And that she can actually hear them / understand some stuff. Anyways, so there's already like this sort of tension on set, right? The opening to this movie is killer. You basically get thrown into this whole scene where it's almost like, it feels like an actual like murder's going on, but you're actually watching them filming. And then you're kind of getting introduced to some characters around the set and stuff. And what happens is Billy forgets something basically at work, and they're like, oh, let's catch supper together, and she's like, no, I have to stay back. She stays in this big creepy building, and guys, I have to say, this set design for this was killer. Super spooky, just like the ambiance of everything. It kind of reminded me of that film that I told you guys to watch called No Trace. Like very old buildings that they're in, and basically what happens is she ends up kind of stumbling into this room where these two guys are still filming. And it seems like they're filming snuff. Right? Crazy. And she's kind of just standing back being like really quiet. And again, being a makeup artist who does effects and blood work, you would think she'd be able to tell the difference. But in this scenario that she ends up seeing, this little crime scene, she basically can't tell the difference and starts freaking out, right? So she starts running. These two guys see her and they're like, oh man, and they start chasing after her. So it's this whole conundrum of what is happening? What did she just witness? Are these guys going to get her? And it's that crazy scenario where at the beginning, the cops kind of like come in and they're like, why are you running? Why are you freaking out? And she's trying to explain to her other friend to translate for the cops, the local cops. Like, these guys killed a woman. I saw the woman's body, and they keep kind of tampering with evidence and just schmoozing them because they do speak the same language. Kind of doing that whole like, oh, look, it was just corn syrup. Oh, look, it wasn't real. Oh, like, she's just crazy, like, oh, Americans. And you have this feeling in your gut the whole time of like, I feel so bad for these folks. And like, it takes that dynamic of like a crazy thriller, like crime investigation kind of thing, but also taps it into like that fun sort of kind of like cops, like who's good, who's bad, conspiracy-ish vibes. I think that's the best way I can kind of describe it. Anyways, I flippin' love this movie. I watched it twice. That's how much I loved it. And I really, really enjoyed it. I think it's a great piece of film. It's well filmed. The script is great. Everything is great about it. So guys, go see it. It made me feel good inside because honestly, I really enjoyed it. And it was a bit of like a, what do you call that? Like a little roller coaster ride. You're like, whoa, that was good. Yeah. Great for the 90s too. Anyways, so that was my pick. Mute Witness. Go watch it. Secondly, so this week we're talking about a horror movie recommendation from Kriswinters. So thank you so much. Kriswinters is on IMGUR, and I needed to finally see the film Jennifer's Body. You're all probably like, I've seen it. Okay, so I clearly waited way too long to see this movie. This was actually a lot of fun. It kind of reminded me of watching, say, like a horror movie, but mashed with like, not American Pie, but ish. Like that sort of like teenage angst This was great. So it's basically Megan Fox is like the main girl along with her friend. And it's like, it's all being told out of the words of her friend. Okay. And basically you got these two girls who go out on a night in town, and Megan Fox is like, ooh, that like, I don't know, guitarist is so hot. Ends up kind of trying to mess around with them. Next thing she knows, she sees her friend later, and her friend is not okay. She's drenched in blood. She's all messed up. Story progresses, and it's like Megan Fox's character is kind of like a vampire, and her friends just like trying to accept her, also be like, yo, like this is too much, like you can't keep doing this. Anyways, it was a really fun and like witty, almost kind of like if you guys have seen the movie May, there's like this sort of quirkiness to it, but it's still kind of spooky. Yeah, Jennifer's Body, guys, watch it. I enjoyed it. Yeah, definitely. If you haven't seen it ever, it's worth hitting it up. All right, my dudes, you guys have a wicked rest of your week, and we'll be seeing you soon. Keep those recommendations coming. Okay, bye.